Chapter 24. Dr. Zim was not looking forward at. Well, let me try again. Dr. Zim was not looking forward to the meeting at the Corps' top secret headquarters hidden in the mountains of West Virginia. He had been summoned to the underground bunker by a board of directors. Every man and woman seated at the long, impressively carved table would be a billionaire and the type of person who never tolerated or forgave mistakes, glitches, or errors. They would demand answers. One thing was certain, she wasn't in Milwaukee. Dr. Zim had been duped by that shiftless vagrant, Mr. Kennedy. When he sent Jimenez and Murphy back to deal with the deceitful homeless people at the stables, they were all gone, vanished. Dr. Zim suspected someone at CMI knew of his movements. But he couldn't tell the board of directors his suspicions. If he did, they would relocate him to one of their remote re-education facilities, probably the one in Siberia. "You lost her?" said the chairman. "Again?" "I'm afraid so," said Dr. Zim, standing in front of the panel of 7 inquisitors, his hands firmly clasped behind his back. "What is this, Dr. Zim? The second or third time?" "Second, sir, and I promise it will be the last." "You never should have let her escape in the first place," said the Chinese member of the board. "She's far too valuable." "She is the only asset remaining from our original investment," said a stick-thin woman with a German accent. Dr. Zim knew she controlled one of the most profitable biotech companies in the world. She'd also been very instrumental in initiating the Corps' Einstein project. "We need her in Africa," shouted the mining Mongol from China. "We are making so much money from cobalt, we need to diversify our holdings. Branch out. You promised she could deliver the supercomputer we discussed, provided she had sufficient funding. Well, doctor, funding is there. Where is the girl?" The chairman banged his gavel. "Enough! As you might surmise, Dr. Zim was not pleased with your performance." "Dr. Zim, we are not pleased with your performance." Dr. Zim grinned. "And yet," he said boldly because he knew he could, "you are stuck with me. I am the only one Max will eventually come to trust. Without me, you will never control her." "Well, dang," said a white-haired man with a Texas twang. "Maybe we don't need her no more. What about the boy your team scouted out for us over there in Poland? Klaus something or other. Or that other fellow, Vihan. They're both geniuses like Max Einstein you all love so much. We could put either one of them on the supercomputer project down in Africa." "Impossible," said Dr. Zim. "You cannot compare Klaus Kowalczyk or Vihan Banerjee to Maxine Einstein. Neither one of them are anything like her. They are fundamentally different. Besides, Klaus and Vihan have also disappeared from our radar." "You lost them too?" said the chairman. "No," Dr. Zim said with a defiant smirk. "I did not lose them because I was never following them. But, ladies and gentlemen, their disappearances have led me to the theory as to what might have happened to Max Einstein." "Based on what?" "The involvement of Carl and Isabel, our friends at CMI. They orchestrated the disappearance of Miss Einstein. They might also be the ones responsible for Klaus's sudden departure from Poland and Vihan's disappearance from India. Several other highly intelligent children have simultaneously dropped out of sight. None of them, however, possess what I would call Miss Einstein's unique gifts." "What are CMI's plans?" asked the chairman. "I suspect something hopelessly naive and lofty, something with no profit motive whatsoever, something noble and grand that will never earn them a penny." The board chuckled. They knew greed was their primary force in the universe. Anyone who thought otherwise was worse than a dreamer. They were fools. But do not despair, said Dr. Zim. I have initiated contact with someone who may provide information that will lead us to Miss Einstein while simultaneously sabotaging whatever plans the CMI might be making. The chairman arched his bushy eyebrow. They may provide information? Yes, if the price is right. We are still in the early stages of our negotiation, but they reached out to me. Give them whatever fee they require, said the chairman. Then give us Maxine Einstein. Oh, I will, sir. I will. I wonder what's going on.